Dr. Kevin Dolphin, Prison Talk. Today, me and Mr. Jay Gibson is going to briefly talk about breaking the chains of incarceration. In order to break the chains of incarceration, you first have to start with your mental processing system. Understanding that our actions derive from our thoughts, we must understand that our actions will never change until we first change our thoughts. As I go into the prison system, I always talk to the men and some of the women about how their actions and behaviors landed them where they may be at today. But as they begin to understand that they need to change their thoughts so that they can change their actions and behaviors, it's like a light bulb begins to come on. I'm here to tell you that until you change your thought process, you will never be able to break the chains of imprisonment. Mr. J, can you give them a brief summation about breaking those chains?
Well, for me, mental mapping is very important. What I mean by mental mapping is my thinking allows me a direction in which to go in, which to proceed. If I'm lost, sometimes I'll put GPS in and help me get where I'm going. And I get directly to the destination in which I'm intended to go. That's mental mapping. If I have a good thought process, my outcome will most likely be positive and I'll reach a positive destination. But the first thing I have to do is change my focus, change my thinking, because my behaviors derive from my thinking. Now, I was one of the ones, I was a repeat offender because I thought I needed to do things my way and not the way of society. There are laws in place to help me, it's called structure, to help me guide myself. Now, my thinking is my own responsibility, but there are people out here that are willing to help me, to mentor me. So if you need help in any area, come up to Breaking the Chains. All the resources are available. There are mentors, there are guides, there are people in place to help men and women like me and you stay focused.
Again, this is what we want you guys to understand. Mr. J, I would like to thank you for directing them to the Breaking the Chains Community Resource Center, 2134 North 6th Street. But just as you said, can you say a little bit something more about that mental mapping system, that GPS?
The mental mapping process. We all know that before GPS came out, we relied on maps heavily. Routes, destinations, parks, things of that nature. Now I don't know my way around the highway, and I really don't even know how to read a map. But the mental mapping process is something that's laid out to help me get to a destination which I was once lost, going around in circles. But following that positive mental map allows me to refocus and get to somewhere where I'm unlost and I arrive safely. Because this is about safety, security. You know what I mean? Feeling safe in the community, feeling safe in our own skin, having a positive thought process where it affects the family in a positive way. Because I was absent for so long because of my thought process was a detriment to myself, to my family, and my community. Today, I believe in my self-worth, in the worth of the community, in the family values, and in friendship, and in responsibility. Determination to me is an action word, not just a thought. It's an action word. So if I'm determined to do something, I must back it up with action. And how do I back it up with positive action? Positive change, positive state. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, mental mapping.
Mental mapping is very important when it comes to breaking the chains of incarceration, because if you don't know where you came from, you will never know where you're headed. Again, I'm Dr. Kevin Dolphin. This is Mr. Jay Gibson. This is Prison Talk. And again, I would like to thank you guys for tuning in.